Hello and welcome to another podcast of SpoBits, a website which analyzes games tactically and statistically around the world. So today we'll be looking at the games that has taken place so far in match day 13 of the Barclays Premier League, which includes the game on Friday night and the games has taken place today on Saturday. So we'll kick off from the Friday game where West Ham took on Leicester. It was David Moyes' first home game as a West Ham manager. The atmosphere was very nervy, was very toxic kind, with few empty seats in the London Stadium, and the crowd were on on the back of the team on every loose tackle. And Leicester took advantage of the early brittleness of the home side by taking the lead through Mark Albrighton when Jamie Vardy was unmarked at the edge of the box, and he cut the ball towards Mark Albrighton, who was unmarked, and his first time finish goes past Joe Hart to make it 1-0 for Leicester City. West Ham did respond though fairly nicely, I should say, with some good crosses trying to bring Carroll into the game, but the Leicester defended well. Leicester were good on the ball, but as the half progressed, West Ham deserved a goal, and at the stroke of half time, a corner from Lanzini and a header from Kouyaté was deflected in, and West Ham got the equaliser. David Moyes got his first goal as the manager. In the second half, West Ham tried to press for a win. Moyes was proactive, attacking changes as well. Leicester also tried to go for a win, so both teams deserved a point out of that. So it was David Moyes' first point as the West Ham manager. London Stadium was a bit better in the second half, and with a bit more fight shown by their team. So it finished West Ham 1, Leicester 1 at the London Stadium. Moving on to the Saturday games, Crystal Palace got a very vital win over Stoke City, which keeps them in the hunt to be safe. They're still 13 games in now, but now they are picking up points. They are still 20th, but now they have 8 points. Now they are just 3 points off the safety. They defeated Stoke City at the Selhurst Park via a very late 92nd minute winner from Mamadou Sakho. A defender scoring a goal very late is a very good feeling for any team. Stoke City, on the other hand, led through Xherdan Shaqiri, but their defense is not very good. They tend to leak goals in every game, and they leaked. Ruben Loftus-Cheek equalised in the 56th minute, just 3 minutes after Shaqiri put the away side ahead, and in the 92nd minute, Sakho proved to be the match winner. For Crystal Palace, Christian Benteke is back now, and he was very effective when he came on. So Hodgson is delighted that Benteke is now on back for his team and can make some good progress for the team in the coming games. The games will come thick and fast now in the Premier League with plenty of points to play. In another game at Manchester United really scrapped past Brighton, who were good 1-0. And in the first half of that game, Manchester United were considerably slow in their build-ups. They were struggling. Lukaku was playing deeper. Why? I don't know why, because he's the central striker. He was firstly playing with Rashford as a 4-4-1-1 formation. Then Mata joined him. Rashford was in the wing because Mata is quite slow in the wing areas, and Brighton played in that wide areas with good ball retention, with good ball movements in the first half, which, to be honest, caused United with some defensive problems. But in the second half, Brighton were weighed down a bit. They got a little bit tired, and then Mourinho brought on Zlatan Ibrahimovic with the same formation of 4-4-1-1, with the Rashford and Martial playing on the wings. A deflected Ashley Young shot which got in the goal for Manchester United, a much relieved goal for Manchester United in the end. So they got a very valuable 1-0 win over Brighton, which really keeps them in the hunt to catch Manchester City. In another game in Newcastle at St James's Park, Newcastle were really defeated soundly by a high-flying Watford 3-0. Watford were very, very good on the day. Their passing, their midfield movements, and their diagonal balls to the wing backs or the full backs and crossing into the box has been superb. Marco Silva has really worked on his team very nicely. Newcastle struggled in midfield, Newcastle struggled to defend, and Newcastle struggled to score goals. Overall, Newcastle struggled in the game, and Watford were dominant. An early goal from Will Hughes. Now he's 2 goals in 2 starts now for Watford. A pretty good start for any player and he's a midfielder as well, so he's making those effective runs into the box and scoring goals. And DeAndre Yedlin's own goal at the stroke of half-time put Watford 2-0 ahead, and that effectively put the game beyond Newcastle. But Andy Gray made it sure they have a mark that Watford will go away from Newcastle with 3 points. And in another game in Wales, Swansea and Bournemouth played out a 0-0 draw, where both teams tried to score a goal, but none of the clear-cut chances went on both sides' favour. Swansea needed a win after 4-game losing streak, and they are in the bottom 2. So Bournemouth were a bit disappointed with this game. They should have done better to win it, but Swansea are still in the bottom 2 now with this draw. And the shock of the day, Spurs were held by West Brom at the Wembley when an early goal from Salomon Rondon was cancelled out by Harry Kane in the second half. Rondon scored the goal when Halley was pickpocketed in the midfield, and Rondon was fed through by Rodriguez, and in the striker pulled off against Davinson Sanchez and scored past a flat-footed Hugo Lloris, I should say, the Spurs keeper. Spurs responded in the second half with Harry Kane scoring, being unmarked. His movement was very good in the box. Ali picked him out and he scored the equaliser. Spurs never looked like scoring a second or a third in the game. They were quite struggling to find the pace, to find the rhythm. West Brom did well to defend in the middle and the lower blocks, to defy Spurs in the middle and the lower blocks here. And in the final game of the day, the tea time fixture was a big one. It was at Anfield. It was Liverpool versus Chelsea, and Liverpool played out a 1-1 draw against Chelsea. Jurgen Klopp made few changes to the side with the dropping of Firmino, Mane, Wijnaldum from the starting lineup. It was dropping off after that disastrous second half against Sevilla, and he brought on Oxlade-Chamberlain, Sturridge and Milner. And it had a pretty negative impact in the first half, where Sturridge and Oxlade-Chamberlain didn't look threat attacking wise, I should say, against Chelsea. Chelsea were comfortable defending it. They were comfortably marking Salah, who was effective, but they were marking out Salah, and it really left out with no choices. Coutinho was man-marked by Drinkwater throughout the first half, so it was quite a struggle for Liverpool. Hazard was brilliant on the counter-attack, on his half-turns, on his swift movements, and he created a lot of chances for Chelsea in the first half. So the first half, Chelsea had a better of chances, but it was 0-0. In the second half, Liverpool started the game well, pushing Chelsea back. Chelsea looked like a team who came back from Azerbaijan just 48 hours back, but they still defended well. Liverpool were probing forward, were pushing forward with passes, and in the end a Coutinho pass and a deflection from Tamio Bakayoko fell into the path of Mo Salah, who finished it from his right foot, past Courtois to get Liverpool the lead in an hour mark. But in the end, a Willian cross, I should say, just popped up into the goal to give a most invaluable equalizer, I should say, for Chelsea and Conte here. He didn't met that, the Brazilian, I should say that. He was looking for a clipped cross towards the far post, which Morata loves to feed on, and in the end the clipped cross ended up in the back of the net. So it was Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1, and on the balance of play, you got to say both teams deserve only a point, not more than that. So in the table, we have at the number 1 position Manchester City with 34 points, and they have a game in hand tomorrow against Huddersfield. And the second position, Manchester United with 29 points. And the third position, Chelsea with 26 points. And the fourth position, Spurs with 24 points. And the fifth position, Liverpool with 23 points. In the 6th and the 7th position, Arsenal and Burnley are with 22 points, who play each other tomorrow. So whoever wins that game tomorrow goes into the 4th spot, so that the stakes are high. Watford are flying in the 8th position now with 21 points. Brighton and Huddersfield finish the top half of the table with 16 and 15 points respectively. The bottom 3 reads West Ham with 10 points, Swansea with 9 points, and Crystal Palace with 8 points. West Brom are in 17th position with 11 points, and Everton, who have a game tomorrow away to Southampton with 12 points. So that's the updated Premier League table for you, with the fixtures review of the games from yesterday and today. We have 3 games tomorrow, with Southampton playing at home to Everton. Burnley are at home to Arsenal. That's a significant fixture. Winner of that takes the 4th spot. And Huddersfield will try and stop Manchester City if they can in their home ground. So that's it from today. From all the snippets of the matchday 13 fixtures so far in the Barclays Premier League, we'll come back with more reviews, analysis, and snippets in the SpoBits.com website, in articles, and in SpoBits.com podcast. Stay tuned for in SpoBits.com. Thank you.